This video will provide an overview of how the Aislelabs solution assists enterprises return to their normal operations in the post-COVID world. Occupancy limits will need to be enforced for the foreseeable future. Businesses will face challenges as they reopen in regards to people counting and meeting occupancy ceiling requirements in medium to large-size spaces. Keeping an accurate count of occupancy in a location with multiple entrances and thousands of visitors entering and exiting daily is logistically demanding. The Aislelabs solution works with wireless access points to automatically provide up-to-the-minute information regarding the current occupancy levels within a building. Deployment can be done remotely and rapidly, and the solution works without any need for on-site employees or customers to download an app, connect to the Wi-Fi, or take any action whatsoever. Occupancy is automatically displayed through a mobile phone portal or cloud-based management dashboard. When a visitor enters or exits, the tally is updated, eliminating the need for security to employ manual counters of any kind. Guards at key entrances can be easily kept up to date of the exact number of visitors inside a location through their mobile device in real time to coordinate traffic and occupancy. All of this is configurable and managed through a cloud-based dashboard, providing businesses complete control and occupancy visibility of a space. All historical data is kept stored so occupancy is completely auditable by management or government health organizations. The Aislelabs solution works for any large physical space and has been deployed at locations such as airports, shopping centers, event and entertainment venues such as stadiums, conference centers, and casinos, brand and retail chains, hospitality, food and beverage chains, and many more. Here's how the solution works. Mobile devices publicly broadcast signals which are anonymously picked up by a location's Wi-Fi's access points. No need for users to connect to the Wi-Fi or download an app. Using these signals, Aislelabs can triangulate the location of each mobile device. That means when a person walks into your Aislelabs-enabled venue, they're added to the occupancy count, and you automatically get their location data without the visitor required to take any action. The entire process is completely passive and anonymous. The platform collects no personal information and complies with regional privacy laws around the world. Moreover, the venue can be segmented into any number of zones, such as corridors, retail stores, or other spaces, so that granular analytics can be delivered at each zone level. All of this information is viewable from the central, cloud-based dashboard, as well as mobile-friendly portals which security guards can view through their phone browsers. Installation is done remotely and couldn't be easier. Once a client purchases the Aislelabs solution and follows the integration procedure with their device, the platform is ready to be used. Management will have access to the space occupancy page. This dashboard displays the real-time occupancy of an entire site as well as spaces within the venue. The past 24 hours is also available via this graph broken down in 15-minute increments. Any past 24-hour period is also viewable by using the past history function. This allows you to easily audit past occupancy. Further down, the occupancy for each zone is also displayed with their own 24-hour graph. These zones can be separately monitored in real time to ensure that there is no crowding of visitors in common areas. Occupancy is also viewable through an animated heat map. Playback will display the last 3 hours of visitor density across an entire site. The mobile dashboard shows you the current occupancy of an entire site on a mobile-friendly page that is accessible through a phone's browser. The green semicircle represents the current occupancy with a configurable critical limit, shown here, along with a configurable warning threshold. When the occupancy count crosses the warning threshold, in this case the business has set it to 500, the semicircle turns amber. Once it reaches the critical limit, in this case configured to an occupancy of 1,000, it turns red. Note the semicircle remains red as the occupancy number continues to tally past the 1,000 limit. There's also the option to further break down a site by spaces within a location, each with its own limits. When this option is activated, each space will show the current occupancy in green if under the warning threshold, in amber if above the warning threshold, and red if it passes the critical limit. To remain extra vigilant and ensure proper occupancy limits, the Aislelabs solution can automatically send out an email or alert message to designated stakeholders when occupancy levels climb past a certain threshold. When the occupancy nears a threshold limit, a warning is triggered allowing management to redeploy extra security to help manage entrances or common areas. This is a separate threshold from the warning threshold and the critical limit displayed on the mobile browser. Using the previous example of an occupancy warning threshold of 500 and a critical limit of 1000, management can set the alert setting threshold at 800, for example. Once the occupancy crosses 800 visitors, the alert is triggered to warn stakeholders and management that they are nearing capacity. The alert threshold can be set up for an entire site, each specific space in a location, or the sum of a custom group of spaces together. Aislelabs has also built solutions for visitor density and paths to inform sanitation operations, app-less contact tracing, dwell time monitoring, and cloud-based smart counters. Thank you for watching this video.